what would your top priority be if we ran out of fresh water?
Good question. My first priority, or my top priority, would obviously be to find an alternative source to fresh water. Nothing can replace fresh water though, because like fresh water is the essence to life. But what remains is salt water, and what we can do with salt water is filter it and make it more clean so we can drink it and stay hydrated.
Do you think we will be able to survive with just salt water?
Yes, I do think it's possible. Nowadays we have filtration techniques where we can put the salt water in and it will come out with fresh water. Although, if we only drink salt water straight up from the ocean, we'll get more thirsty because salt water leads to more thirst. So if you just drink it straight from the water, you'll get more thirsty. In that case, we will not survive. But if you do use the filtration techniques, we will survive.
Thank you. What else do you think will be impacted without fresh water?
Without fresh water, a lot of things would be impacted. First of all, nature would be greatly impacted, and ecosystems with lots of animals would be affected. Because without that fresh water, mammals maybe like gazelles, deer, squirrels, for example, they wouldn't be able to get their supply of fresh water, and they would die off. Also, what would be affected was agriculture, for example, because you wouldn't have the fresh water to be able to grow crops, and that would lead to malnutrition in people.
There is only about 3% of fresh water on our planet. A water crisis is already forming in many areas of the world today. But what would happen if all our fresh water completely vanished? Well, there would be a significant increase of deaths occurring every single day because of the water shortages. There would also be an abundance of food loss. Agriculture will vastly decrease as fresh water is absolutely needed to water crops. Also, all of the animals such as cows, pigs, and chickens will be impacted. As your food supply, crops will no longer be there. If there are no crops, then animals that eat them will die and the entire food chain will be disrupted. As humans, we'll have vegetation or meat to eat and help keep us alive. Lack of fresh water will also affect our health. If there is no clean, fresh water to drink, then many diseases will occur as a result of dehydration or being forced, in order to survive, to drink salty ocean water. Instead of finding new places to grow crops, farmers with ruined fields may move to cities to find new job opportunities. The urban population will rise greatly. Population would increase through the growth of industry. The polluted water supply the city does have would kill aquatic life, further reducing the food supply. Waterborne diseases such as typhoid, cholera, and diarrhea would spread. Another consequence of this catastrophe
Wars similar to this have happened in several areas of the world, such as in Darfur, Sudan in 2003. This war killed as many as 40,000 Africans over access to a diminishing water supply. Even war over water can occur between states. An example of this in 2007 when conflict over water rights flared up between the states of Alabama, Florida, and Georgia. Wars similar to
Here in North America, we deeply rely on our Great Lakes, but if they were gone, we would have a great disadvantage. People in other countries would be near oceans and have saltwater filtration systems, but since we aren't that close to any oceans, we would suffer. Earth as we know it would be a complete nightmare without fresh water, and every living organism would suffer. So we should be deeply thankful for our abundance of fresh, safe water, and not at all take it for granted. Here in North America, we deeply rely on our Great Lakes,